Good morning, everyone. Well, it's morning here. I probably won't post this in the morning, so it might seem like afternoon or evening once I post it. Laura here. So we're going to try an experiment. I'm going to do two-part video. So what I want to do is I want to put a painting in a picture frame. Okay, so this is just your standard picture frame. And so it doesn't come with anything except this cardboard in the back. So I had some of this cardstock, and I got it at a local store. But what it is, and I don't know if you can see it, so I will show you close up. It's kind of like a glossy cardstock. There you go. You can see it like that. Glossy cardstock. It has a coating on it, and I originally used this for rubber stamping and inking, and it holds the ink really well. It doesn't so much soak in as it sits on top of the surface. So I'm going to try this out and see. I'm just going to do it on a little one to see if it works well. If it does, I'm going to do it on an 8x10 sheet that will fit into that picture frame. If it doesn't work out well, then I'm going to try painting right on the glass of the picture frame, and that should work because you can paint on glass, and then I will just seal it. But this is my experiment to see if the cardstock works best, because I kind of would like to have the painting behind the glass. So we'll see what happens. So I'm starting out with my Color Place paint from Walmart in white. Now if I can get the lid to open. There we go. So I'm going to put my base down, and I have this little piece of cardstock taped onto my little boards so that it doesn't fly off when I go to spin it. And it's a crazy idea I had. I thought, well, let's try it out, see what happens. If it doesn't work, then I scrape. Now the only problem I could see is that it sinks down in the center and isn't level. So I am using Quinacridone Magenta by Liquitex, Primary Elements Ginger Flower by, it's a pigment, Amsterdam Brilliant Blue Paint, Primary Elements Jasmine Pigment, Amsterdam Quinacridone Rose Paint, Primary Elements Royal Orchid Pigment, and Primary Elements Sunburst Pigment. So I have not dabbled in reds or pinks much. I used to love reds and pinks, but teal became my color, and I really like my teals. So I figured it's time to step outside and go to a different color scheme. So I'm starting with a paint down first. Your pigments tend to sink into your pillow, and so I always start with a paint. And yes, I just mentioned that if this doesn't work out, you can scrape. Like if you were doing it on a piece of wood or a tile and you don't like how it turns out, you could just scrape it off and start all over again. Or you can let it dry. All right, this is a little too thick. So I'm going to get my water. I haven't used this one in a while. I'm going to get my water, put a few drops of water in there, Let's stir it up. Make sure it's mixed in really good. There we go. That's more what I like. Needs to be able to run off. Okay. Now I'm going to go to just a little bit of the blue because I just want a touch of it in there, just a hint. Otherwise my blue will take over, and that's all I'm going to put. Because I want to create something in a different color other than blues and teals. Primary elements, jasmine. I love this color. It's beautiful. It's almost like a fluorescent pink, but it's got all the beautiful iridescent colors in it. I want to put a bit more of this because I think that darker color I've already put down will take over, so I want this to be a little lighter. This is the rose. This will lighten it up some. So you're experimenting with me today. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. We shall see together. So it's very cold here in Ohio today. There's a whole bunch of frost out there. No snow yet, but they're starting to talk about it. I hate the S word. Adding a little bit of water to this. I haven't painted all week actually because I've been outside trimming back bushes, doing leaves, and it's been a busy week. So no time for painting. Plus, I went out and got a turkey because I heard and saw that there's a shortage of turkeys. So I went grocery shopping and got all my stuff for Thanksgiving. Gotta slide that over a little bit. And finally, my yellow. My sunburst. Oh, I got paint on my hands. So my guess is, I don't know if I'm going to like working on this cardstock like this because I think it's going to be hard to get the tape off of there. Okay, so let me find my toothpick. Pop my bubbles. I have seen that some other people have done painting on cardstock, so I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. That's our cell activator. That's 1 tablespoon Australian Floetrol and 1 teaspoon, actually 3/4 of a teaspoon of Amsterdam Oxide Black Paint. And of course I don't have my plug plugged in. This would help. There we go. So I'm going to do what is called a wrecked bloom. I'm going to stop there. Okay, this is pretty. We have cells. We're going to blow out some more cells. Blow straight down with the turkey baster. That gets us some more. And I just made a new batch of cell activator today because my other one was about a week old and you don't want that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do something called wrecking this. So you take and you start out here and you come like so. Pretty. You wipe off your tool. I'm going to start on this one. I'm going to come like so and do that. And then I think one more. Now as we spin, I've never used this bigger side of this tool and I wanted to try that today. To really make more vibrant little wisps. I want to get rid of this. Just going to scoop it off. I'm going to make this yellow disappear. Smooth that out and we are ready to spin. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty. Spin it the other way. I might like to do one more wreck across here. So let's try it. Do it with the smaller edge. Just needed something right there. It's pretty. I like it. So now I want to, and I'll keep filming. I'm not going to hide trying to get this off of here. We will see. Okay, that's not too bad. Got it. All right, that wasn't bad at all. So now, if this can dry flat, I will be happy. I'm going to flatten this out. Okay, so now we're going to do part 2 of the experiment. We are going to do the painting right on the glass. And then when this is done, I will... Hi everybody. Okay, so here's what happened. When I was doing that last video, I spun it and the glass flew off. So that was a nightmare. I had paint all over me, and I had paint on the floor. The glass didn't break though, so this is good. So we're going to start this one over. And I think I'm just going to crop out that last part since that video was getting so long. So to reiterate what we're doing here, we tried the painting on the cardstock to go in a picture frame, and now I'm trying it directly on the glass. And for as far as I got before, if I wouldn't have spun that last time, we were going to have a beautiful painting. So I know that the glass works really well. But I'm going to show you anyway. So I'm messing with success here, but what I would suggest you do is make sure you attach your glass with some, what do they call it? Frog tape. Attach your glass to your boards. I didn't do that because I'm just not going to spin as hard this time. I'm going to send this over here. Make sure it's laid out evenly. Yeah, that was a disaster. I might include, I'll crop that video and include it so you can see what happened. Okay, this is a fun painting day, isn't it? So we're going to do one here, one here, and one over here. Kind of spread them out different directions. That was crazy fun. But I can tell you, if you immediately rinse out your clothing, that paint comes right off. If you wait, it's not coming off. So I ran upstairs. It's my favorite brand new sweater. I ran upstairs, rinsed it off, and all was good with the world. Now it's in the washing machine just for extra good measure. Fun in the painting world. I'm going to try and speed it up here so you don't have to spend all this time waiting to see. I'm going through the paint today. What you didn't see is in the last one of these I didn't like the third one, so I scraped it off. And now, in this one, I had to scrape the whole thing because it landed on the floor. What I can't believe is that it actually came out of this box. And it's got pretty high sides, so I guess I didn't know my own strength. Spun too fast, too hard. No need. Hopefully I can replicate what I had because I really liked what I had. Almost there. One more color. Sounds like tornado sirens outside. Pop the bubbles. Or maybe that's just something else I'm hearing and it's not a tornado siren. But I'm in the basement, so we're good. All right. Time for the cell activator. I'm going to do one at a time, so that it doesn't dry out before I get to the other flowers. So, what I also discovered on the last one was if you come straight down, it spreads out your cell activator. Then you can come across. I want to go this way. Okay. Next one. So I've seen in other videos that people do this coming straight down first and then going, because it kind of spreads it out more evenly. And it does. I like it. I was kind of worried to try that technique because so many people say do not go straight down, to go horizontal. But I kind of like this coming straight down at it first. Kind of spreads everything out. And then it makes it easier to get the rest. Kind of gives you a head start. And gives you beautiful cells. Alright. We're going to stop there with that. I'm going to grab the turkey baster and hit the spots that didn't do anything. Okay. Now, what you didn't see on the last video is I did a lot of wrecking on this one too, and I really like the wrecking. I had never tried it before, and yes, you kind of go through your blooms, your cells. You don't want to wreck them completely, but it gives it some visual interest. See that? Kind of gives some definition to, you can hit spaces that you don't like and kind of spread them out a little bit and give them some interest instead of just being a blob. And then what I did on the last one was something really interesting. I did this. Get some swirls in the middle there between the blooms, so it just doesn't look like a stark white space hanging out in there. I really like this technique. Helps you fix up your errors. Oh, my little tool just broke. No, it didn't. What do you think? I like it. All right, I think I like everything we got here. Let's give it one last look-see. I could use something right here. That I like. Now, we are going to spin again. We're going to see what happens. We're going to do it very slowly. We're going to check that it's still in the same spot when we stop it. Now you see how all of that expands and those lines expand, and that wrecking just makes it so pretty. Very slow. Now remember, this is on glass. This is on the glass that can go in the picture frame. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I love it. And I think it's done. So I'm going to show you. All right, we've got paint all around our edges. I really like painting on glass. So I'm going to take you off of here. If I can do so without stopping the video. There we go. And I'm going to show you the close-up. Look at those beautiful cells. I don't know if you can, yes, you can see the shine of the yellow. Oh, you can really see it here. Look at that. So pretty. So, this is what I like. I think it's a success. I think I will be doing more painting on glass to put into picture frames. So let me show you, well, you'll see it when I merge the two videos together, but really pretty. So this is called a wrecked bloom because we're wrecking the design by going through it. Very pretty. If you found this interesting, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, it helps me out. And I will post at the end of this video the completed results when they're dry. Alrighty, thank you everybody. Bye bye.